Hi, my name is Kathy Wentz, and I am a volunteer with Illinois House, which stands for Home Oriented Unique Schooling Experience. And I have about 30 years of experience with Illinois House, and am here to share with you some of our observations and our legal expertise. Now, please know I am not a lawyer and I cannot give you legal advice, but I absolutely can share with you what we have known for a very long time regarding how to legally homeschool here in the state of Illinois. Now, uh, you can find Illinois House at any time by typing in www.illinoishouse.org. Please note that Illinois is spelled out, so illinoishouse.org. And Illinois House is a coalition of non-sectarian homeschoolers. Our webpage is created by Illinois homeschoolers for Illinois homeschoolers, so we have a very vested interest in making sure that it is up to date, it is current, and it has all of the details that an Illinois homeschooler would need to know. Lately, we have had a rash of concern from a wide variety of new homeschoolers about the principals, school secretaries, regional superintendents of schools, school boards, Illinois State Board of Education, all demanding or requesting over compliance. And I am a huge one for never over complying with a request when it comes to legal matters. And the reason is anytime you over comply, especially when a large group of people over complies, it sets a legal precedent. And basically, it's giving up your legal rights. And we do not want, in any way, shape, or form, to set a precedent where homeschoolers are giving up their legal rights. In about 95% of the cases that we have been made aware of, it turns out that the words that the State Board of Education or the regional superintendent of schools or the principal is using all are rather legally benign, they just sound really intimidating. So let's talk about those words. Number one, 90% of the time what we're seeing is the word requesting. We are requesting that you fill out this form. We are requesting that you please do this. We are requesting. They are not requiring, they are requesting. Requesting and requiring are two very, very vastly different things. So please don't let that intimidate you. I know that those letters are intimidating. I've read them, but it's not requiring you to do anything. Please don't think that they're harassing. They are simply wanting to be a nanny. They think they own your kids. They don't. You own your children as if owning a child is possible. So I wanted to go back over a site that I don't normally recommend people look at, but I want you to see the legal terms that are actually being used by the Illinois State Board of Education. So I'm going to go over here to the Illinois State Board of Education webpage when it comes to homeschooling. Again, I almost never tell people to come here, but what the heck? All right, so what homeschool laws or requirements must I follow as a parent or guardian? You click the drop-down menu. You must provide instruction in the following subject areas: language arts, math, biological and physical sciences, social sciences, fine arts, physical development and health, and you must offer education that is at least equivalent to that as offered in the public schools. That's it. That is it. Interestingly, in Illinois, we have section 26.1 of the Illinois School Code that you also must teach those subjects in the English language, and they are not even including that in their list of requirements at this time, simply because we have so many kids for which, or for whom, excuse me, English is not their primary language, and it becomes very, very difficult for you to teach them when English is not your primary language. A lot of people think that, oh, well, I need to test, I need to do, you know, X number of hours a day or X number of days a year. You do not. And it's right there on the Illinois State Board of Education webpage, as well as on illinoishouse.org. What materials, resources, recommendations, or other help can ISBE provide? The Illinois State Board of Education does not provide recommendations, period. That's as far as we need to go. Is there an application or registration process that must be completed before I start homeschooling? No, they do not require. They do, however, have a little form there. They would love it if you would fill it out. But filling it out is over compliance. My child is currently attending a public school. Is there a formal procedure I must follow to withdraw before I begin to homeschool? Well, there is no formal procedure. And again, they go into various recommendations that all include over compliance. They, as well as Illinois House, the Illinois Coalition of Non-Public Schools, all request that you please transfer your child out in writing. There is a form on the Illinois House webpage. I did a whole video on that. Does my child have to take standardized tests? No. Simple as that. Eventually, I want to send my child back to school. What should I know? Here, I would absolutely watch this or read this. I did a video on this as well. So you know, choose to do what you need to do for your unique family over 13 years of education. You can go in, you can go out, you can choose private schools, you can choose public schools. It's your choice. You are the primary educator of your unique family. And then laws and court cases involving homeschooling. And here they talk about in 1950, there was the People versus Levison. I do highly encourage you to go ahead and click on this link. And they have this here. It is also absolutely on the Illinois House webpage. Illinois House also includes the SCOMA case. And the SCOMA case was a secondary case that kind of backed up Levison. Levison is still very much the active case. So again, if the school is telling you that you need to fill out more paperwork, they are asking you to over comply. If the school is telling you that you have 6 forms to fill out, they are asking you to over comply. If the school is telling you that you can't do this, or that you need to fill out this form from the Illinois State Board of Education, or they won't let you back into school next year, number one, that is legally false information that will be dealt with by others. And number three, that is asking you to over comply. So I want to come over here to the Illinois House webpage. And Illinois House is again found at www.illinoishouse.org. If you go down here to laws and regulations, you'll see letter of compliance, right here. We're going to click on letter of compliance, and we get a sample letter of compliance. You fill this out and you send it to whomever sent you the request to over comply. This is how it is worded. Thank you for taking the time to write us regarding the attendance of our school-aged children. Our children are being privately educated. The school is in full compliance of Section 26.1 of the Illinois School Code. The school provides each student with instructional services in the same branches of education taught to children of corresponding age and grade in the public schools and teaches in the English language. It is our assumption that your office will file the documentation and assurances listed above and close your investigation. In the unlikely event that you have further questions, please write again. At this point, they have a piece of paper for your child's file. 90% of the time, that is all they need. They just need a piece of paper for your child's file. If they write again, send them the same letter. If they write again, send them the same letter. If they call, hang up on them. If they email you, send them the same letter. Eventually, they'll get the hint that they are not going to get further information from you, and that they know that they are asking you to over comply. Being a little bit of a pain in this particular case is a very good thing. Cause good trouble out there when you're asked to over comply. I wish you absolute wonderful homeschooling memories.